Up for sale at ShowMyHobby is this Lionel operating gantry crane. And this is a very unique item. Number one, the base, or the stand, is part of the normal trackside gantry crane. The crane itself is from the Conrail train car. The crane car made by Lionel. This item is on consignment, and this is the way I received it, minus the stuff you see in black, which I'll explain in just a moment. The crane was in fairly decent condition, but it did have some issues. I've noticed, as you can see, that there are some metal supports, two of them, a crossbar, that is missing right there. And from the car itself, of course, the base of the car is missing, but these little knobs right here are used to stop the crane from turning when it's on the car. It can be locked in place. There's some little rails that should go in there to stop it. And inside, it is missing the lever that's supposed to allow or prevent free rolling of the crane, mostly during transit. Okay, now I have crafted one out of a piece of clothes hanger, and we're going to start with that in just a moment. Right now you can see it will move freely. It was received without lights, and for the most part, I think that's about it as far as the crane car goes. Now, if there was supposed to be a light at the very back, I'm unaware of that. Okay? So, this thing has been up for sale for roughly 4 years. And I have noticed that occasionally this doesn't sit right, and it may not sit right even if I change it. This hook seems to be off just a little bit. But other than that, everything seems to be okay. So, this thing's been on consignment for about 4 years. I've been trying to sell it at train shows mostly. So about 2 weeks ago, I finally listed it for the first time. Oh, and this little top hatch here was broken when it was received. I have glued it back on. And I may try to touch up those little glue spots there with a little bit of glue. I mean, not glue, but paint. So, basically, I talked about, what a wonderful thing it would be if somebody bought this thing and then bought the pieces from Lionel to make it work as a trackside component. Well, the trouble is, Lionel doesn't have the parts available. So, me telling you how to do it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. So, Christmas Day, I started in the evening, and I decided that I would make the thing work. After having tested it to find out all the motors do work. So I have outfitted it with a custom set of controls and a 9-volt battery, which can be changed out whenever the battery goes dead. And I've made this control box for it that will operate all the motors. And we're going to try this at this particular point in time. Now, I haven't tried this before as far as actually getting this thing to actually do some work. I know that the motors move, it goes up and down, it rotates 360 degrees. I've even turned the light on. So, I'm going to change all my descriptions that you might see online. But inside here was a switch used to program the decoder that's supposed to be in this thing, and it does not have the decoder in it, and the decoder is one of the things that is not unavailable at Lionel. Now, I'm calling it a decoder. It might be a PC board. The decoder may have been in the base portion of the rail car. I can't tell you that. I haven't seen any diagrams that indicates where the decoder is supposed to be. But there's a good possibility it might have sat right inside of this compartment right here. Well, this particular switch was designed to put it in programming mode, or to be able to use it on normal track without a TMCC system. Well, I used that switch, and that switch now controls the lights. So I did put my own LED lights in it, and they are working. That was a task beyond belief. To implement it, it's a whole lot harder than talking about it or writing about it. And like I said, the little switch in here, it's in here. Now, I'm going to hand the phone over to somebody else. But right now, if you can see me, which you can't, I am locking the drive in place. The doors do open and close. I'll go ahead and close them. Okay. You have the lights on. All right. It's locked now, ready for rotation. Okay. So bear with me. And what I'm going to attempt to do is upright this particular train car and possibly set it down on the tracks. Hopefully I can do this in a few minutes, but we'll see. Like I said, never tried it before, but we're going to give it a whirl. So hang tight. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to come back. All right, I'm going to give this a whirl. Rotation is far left. So I'm going to rotate it to the left. And multiple items will work. I'm going to go ahead and start lowering the small hook and the big hook. All right, stop the rotation. Lower the boom. Wrong way on the boom. Okay. Small hook. Let's keep the big hook going a little bit. Okay. And reattach these somewhere. Right. Their best placement is, I have no idea. So I'm just hooking them wherever they will hook. Pull some slack out of the big boom. Let's see if it'll go around the chimney. Not big enough to go around the chimney. Okay. Small hook. I think. Yes. Okay. Actually lifting it up. It is actually airborne. You can see it. Rotate the other way around. Lower both hooks. There's the big hook, small hook. Alright. See what happens if I rotate it a little more. Yeah, we're just going to be perpendicular with it. So we're not actually going to be able to line it up to get it on the track, but I'll set it down on top of the track anyway. At least you get the idea that it works. Okay. Alright, we have the big hook out of it. See what happens. Alright, look at that. Oh, nice. Not perfect, but see if we can let go of the big hook, the small hook. Get it to fall out. I'll have to help it a little bit. Okay. Alright. Pull it back up some. Big hook. That'd be great if it would grab right here. Oh, it grabbed it? Oh, it's moving the whole track and everything, but okay. Let's take the boom up a little bit. Cool. It's lifting the track up and everything. Let's see if that's the back end there is wedged into the track. But that's okay. You see that it works. So I'm going to let that down. Just let the boom down. And the large hook. Release that. Okay, it's out. Let's pull it back up. Yep, let's lock on it again. Okay. Let's rotate it a little bit. Get a little free. Alright. Alright, so you guys can have hours and hours of fun trying to drive this thing. But what I'm saying is, it works. You can see that it works, and all is well. Thank you so much. Alright. So again, up for sale at ShowMyHobby. 15-minute video. Worth watching, I hope. You see that the thing is work. It works. I've made it work. And happy bidding.